In this video, we are going to talk about the G string notes on our violas. So here's my viola right here. And the first thing I want you to remember is that you can always use our musical alphabet to help you with naming what our notes are. So remember that our musical alphabet, we start on A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And when we get to G, we don't go up to H. We don't have H notes. We have to start our alphabet over again because it's this endless loop. So E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So you're always going to be going in that loop of our musical alphabet. So let's go ahead. We find our G string right here. I'm going to hold my viola just like this so you can see for right now. Let's run our third string over. And we know we have G, no fingers. And what comes after G? A. Because remember, we don't have H notes. After A, second finger, B. Third finger, C. And then when we need our pinky finger, D. So let's go ahead and let's try that. Get your violas out. And you're going to have to let your elbow swing a little bit more underneath your viola, to let your fingers swing over so that you can reach over to that lower string. Make sure you let it swing underneath, nice curvy fingers, and let's play those 5 notes on our G string. We're going to add our fingers. So we'll start with no fingers, G. First finger, A. Second finger, B. Third finger, C. Pinky finger, D. Good. Awesome. Let's do that a little faster. Same thing. A little faster. Let's go like, ready, G. Can we go backwards? Did you leave your fingers down? D, lift, C, lift, B, lift, A, lift, G. Look at that. G string notes. Okay, so now let's look over on them on our staff so we can figure out how to read them. Now, remember that our music staff, we can remember our space notes because good burritos don't fall apart with that top A being right on top. Look at that. That's good. That's our G right there, sitting right in that bottom space. We go see one note higher than G, right on that second line, our first finger, A. Remember, because we don't have H notes, has to be an A. After A, B. There's our burrito. Good burritos don't fall apart. B, C. Okay. C is our middle line on the staff. It's also the reason that alto clef is called C clef, because it's centered on that middle line. And then D. We know D. We've done D forever. Okay. So now, just to remind ourselves, for our fingers, for those notes, for G, we have, right, no fingers. For A, 1 finger. For B, 2 fingers. For C, 3. And for D, 4. Or we could go over to our D string. Kind of depends on what the plan is. So let's go ahead and, looking at those notes, let's go and play those notes going up on our G string. So we're staring at them, we're being like, okay, bottom space, that's G, no fingers, getting used to that. Well, let's do it. Ready, go. G, A, B, C, D. Nice. Okay, so now let's go and try something a little more challenging. Let's look at the second line right here. So what's our first note? Bottom space. G. Yeah, because G is the good for burritos. G is our open string. So we know that there's going to be no fingers. That is a G. Now what's our next note? It's not an A, because A is just one note higher. A would have been right here on that space, that line, I mean, but it's not. So we're skipping A, so we're skipping to B. Burritos. It's on that second space. So how many fingers are we going to need for that B right there? Because we're skipping a note. 2. Yeah. So G, no fingers. B, 2. Back down to G. Yeah, you got it. I'm not going to write the rest of these in, because then we skip back up to B, G, B. Let's go ahead and try that one. Now, you're going to want to practice just letting these 2 fingers come down together. So I would play a couple G, B, G, B. Do a couple of those. Okay, now let's try it together. Right there. No fingers. 1, 2, ready, G. There you go. G's and B's. Go ahead and practice that a little more. Let's try my last one. So, first note, bottom space. You got this. Oh, it's totally a G. Let's go ahead and let's write numbers this time. No fingers. Okay, how about this guy? It's not a B because it doesn't skip to that next space. This guy's right next door. It's an A. 1 finger. Going down, lifting our fingers off. G. Skip. B. 2 fingers. Going down 1 note. A. 1 finger. And then our last note, bottom space, G. Okay. So, right here, what's going to happen? I know you can't see the music right now. You're going to play it in a second. So we're going to start on G. G, A, G, B, A, G. Let's go ahead and play that together. Ready, G. One more time. Ready, go. G, A, G, B, A, G. Nice job. Okay. So, now you are ready to go ahead and get started on page 26 in Essential Elements Book 1. And this is the page that's going to introduce you to your G string notes so that you are ready to play some longer songs on page 27. So go ahead, practice those songs, get really good. Don't feel that you don't have to write anything in. You can write some fingers, some notes in to help you. And make sure you check out my website for my handy G-string note, my note cheating sheets, so that you have those cheat sheets to help you practice at home. Have fun!